welcome back. Yeah, good. And I'm Marie Jones. Sorry about the technical difficulties this morning, but we'll get it figured out, and we'll be back tomorrow morning for another 2 hours. I'm here with Tim Borden, who is a big deal this winter carnival. He's making a massive firework.
Good morning. It's cold out here. I hope it warms up by Saturday night. Yes, we're trying to we're going to hope to tie the North American record on Saturday night for the largest firework ever launched, which will be a 36-inch, 500-pound firework that goes up a mile in the air and spreads out about a mile. The last time this was done in the United States, to our knowledge, was about 18 years ago. So it's fairly unique and something that I've been working on for really 2 or 3 years.
This sounds amazing, and I'm really excited about this, and I really want to be a part of it and be a witness to this massive feat.
Well, that's one of the nice things about a large firework, and another nice thing about House and Hill is that the whole town is surrounded, or that surrounds House and Hill, and you'll be able to see this firework as it's up in the air a mile. I had to get FAA approval because the firework actually interferes with the flight paths for both the Steamboat Airport and the Hayden Airport, which is sort of unique.
That is amazing. And so, but you got clearance?
Yes, we've gotten, somewhat reluctantly, but we've gotten clearance. And this isn't a dangerous situation for aircraft because the firework is up there just for a minute and a half.
Yeah.
And the likelihood of interfering with any flights is extremely remote. But we're being cautious and getting all the licenses and permits because eventually, yes, I'm hoping that by next year I'll be able to put together a 48-inch firework, wow, which would be a record here. The world record, as I understand it, is 54 inches, which was done quite a number of years ago in Japan. And I've begun preliminary work on a 62-inch firework, which would set the world record there's a lot of ifs about this. Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to walk away Saturday with everybody smiling and not just a big hole in the ground.
Right, absolutely. I'm really curious, how did you get started with all of this?
You know, years and years ago, I've always been interested in fireworks, and years ago I was able to get a fireworks license from the feds, which was much easier back then before all this terrorist stuff. And I got interested in these 4th of July shows. I was doing a private party for a number of years, and the city came to me and said, gosh, your fireworks show is larger than the one we put on for the city. So how about this? We'll buy the fireworks, and you put on the show and stop doing your private show. And, I felt like Huck Finn, and I said, sure, this sounds just great to me. And that got me started back in the 90s, and I've been helping him and kind of building the show ever since then.
That sounds excellent. You were telling me that you also helped Delighted Man out.
Yes, John Banks is a very interesting engineer type guy, and he has rigged up this suit that is really special in the pyro world. He comes out every year, and his father did this, starting in 1935. I believe he came out in the 80s to take over for his father when his father passed away. And he uses, what they call Class C, or the type of fireworks that normally a consumer can buy in states like Wyoming and that sort of thing. So I buy in bulk, and he comes out. He was out yesterday. He picks out all of his fireworks, and nice. It's largely Roman candles and that kind of thing. He's a very interesting guy that is able to set all this stuff off using a small battery in the backpack of his uniform. And I'm hoping that the thing continues to work. I brought out some Chinese wholesale manufacturers from China about 5 years ago, and in the middle of the performance, this Chinese fellow looked over to me. He said, "Mr. Borden, is this legal in your country?" And I said, "Heavens no, but we're having a great time doing it." And that's just one of the many things. John Floyd, they call him Pink Floyd, he takes this fiery sled at about 50 miles an hour through a fiery hoop. There's so many things that are unique about this show. The fireworks are certainly a nice addition to it, but I recommend to all of my friends from out of town especially, if you come to see this show, you'll never see anything like it anywhere in the world. It's really a special performance.
Absolutely. I am really excited about this. But not only did you build this massive firework that I'm excited to see, you're also the Grand Marshal of the entire Winter Carnival.
Yeah.
You and your wife.
You know, I say to my friends, if you stick around Steamboat long enough, and we've lived here for about 35 years, they'll eventually get a hold of you and get you out there. We've been supporting the Winter Sports Club as our kids got started when they were 2 and 4, and now our grandkids are here, and everybody lives in town. So it's a great opportunity. The Winter Sports Club impacts so many kids in Steamboat. We're really happy to be a part of it and really flattered that they would ask us to be the Grand Marshals. I was hoping that I'd get some authority by being a Grand Marshal. I could like suspend the speed limits and the leash laws for a day and that sort of thing. But it's really just basically learning how to do the royal wave.
The royal wave.
Down
so you've been practicing?
Yeah. Janet and I have been practicing the royal wave, and we'll be ready on Sunday.
Oh, excellent. So you get a prominent role in the parade then?
Yeah, we're hoping we'll be able to bring our kids. If the sled is big enough, we'll have more family members. But this goes on Sunday morning, and you know, it's a neat thing. We've had so many of our friends in Steamboat who've been selected to do this before, and it's just a lot of fun. I mean, it's just part of the whole routine, and it's kind of embarrassing in a way, but it's going to be fun.
But I feel like it's a great honor, so congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what the criteria are, but I've set a new low bar for being admitted into the Grand Marshal.
I highly doubt that. I'm really excited for everything that's happening this weekend. I mean, it started last night and will continue through Sunday. So, so besides being Grand Marshal and the fireworks and everything that we talked about, what are some other things that you're looking forward to?
You mean as far as Winter Carnival this weekend?
Yeah, I kind of want to know your favorite little piece that people don't realize how cool it is.
Well, I will tell you that there's a technical side to this firework that we're working on, and I get really a lot more credit than I deserve for this firework. Jim Widman will be flying in from Connecticut today, and we have 2 other experts that are coming up from Denver and Sacramento who have been helping us. This is really a technical issue because it's never been done before. And what they're doing this year is they're bringing this Doppler radar gizmo and some type of high-speed photography equipment up to the site, which will be located on a tripod right near our mortar where the firing is. And using the data that we collect from this 36-inch firework, it'll help us figure out how to do a 48-inch firework.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know, we're in the arena where it's never been done before, so to speak. And so these guys really are the technical guys, and the whole point of it is, if it were up to me alone, I'd probably end up with a big hole in the ground, and these guys have a very high likelihood that we'll get something up in the air, and it'll be exciting for everyone.
Yes, and it'll be a great light up the sky on Saturday night.
Yeah, we've got Bear Ackerman is bringing down 40 of these skiers, pretty strong skiers. They're friends of his that'll have fireworks that I've gotten for them, special fireworks that go in the back of their sleds. Of course, John Banks and John Floyd, as I've mentioned. But the important thing too is there's probably 500 or 600 kids in Steamboat that are members of the Winter Sports Club who come down at night carrying these flares. That's not very easy. I mean, some of these kids are 4 and 5 years old.
Yeah.
And they're skiing at night for the first time in many cases. And I can remember when our kids did this too. They tell you to bring out your old jackets because, you know, you may get holes in the thing with all the fireworks going off. It's just a great night for everybody, and there's so many participants that it's not really, you know, just some sort of a private vendor show. It's something where it's everybody that are volunteers, a family kind of a thing, you know, the parents and the kids, and we just love being a part of it.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and enduring the cold weather for me. I really appreciate it.
Sure, yeah, this is fun for me too, and you know, I love to promote Steamboat fireworks and hope everybody has a great time Saturday night.
Absolutely, and I'm going to thank you in advance because I'm just really excited for everything. So thank you so much for your hard work and for marshaling the entire carnival.
As I've always said, I feel as though I'm very lucky that I have a town that lets me do this hobby that I like, as opposed to people thanking me. I'm really thanking the town for being so cooperative. Everybody from the fire department, the city offices, the chief of police, they're all behind this kind of thing. We're trying to be safe, of course, and I just feel lucky to be in the town that lets me do it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for everything, and thanks for stopping by especially.
Thank you.
And stay right there, guys. We'll be right back.
Steamboat Today is brought to you by Smart Wool, born and bred in Steamboat Springs. Extraordinarily comfortable. Smart Wool.